Welcome to the Bitcoin.com weekly update for July 23rd, 2021. My name is Corbin Fraser, and on this week's show, we'll be talking prices. A knockout crypto question from legendary boxing champ Mr. Mike Tyson, and the U.S. Department of Justice is getting annoyed at a certain crypto exchange. So let's jump in. Likely music to the ears of many a crypto holder these past few weeks here. Our first story sees experts predicting Bitcoin prices north of 300,000 by December 2025. After this week's turbulent tumble further down the charts, seeing Bitcoin fall below the $30,000 mark for the first time since June of this year, after hitting an all-time high of over $63,000 back in April, crypto holders could probably use a little bit of hopium right now. So it turns out leading product comparison website Finder has recently released results from a study asking a panel of 42 cryptocurrency experts what's in store for Bitcoin. Panelists included cryptocurrency asset managers, crypto exchange executives, service providers, analysts, professors, and lecturers, a whole bunch of nerds. You know, they're just kind of jamming their brain power. Their ultimate conclusion here, while there may be some medium-term price depreciation, the panel predicts that by December 2025, the price of Bitcoin will be up to $318,417. So factors cited leading to this bullish conclusion include corporate and institutional adoption of crypto, irresponsible central bank monetary policies, and of course, inflation. Bitcoin halving events were also mentioned, with senior trader from Wave Financial, Justin Cha, noting halving events and inflation along the way to 2025 and 2030 will likely trigger the larger upside moves. Cha pointed to increasing scarcity of the asset as a central factor that could cause prices to grow. Cha's year-end prediction for Bitcoin was $56,000, averaging the predictions of all panel members for an end of 2021 price saw a result of $66,284 in the panelists' little magical crystal ball thing. Interestingly, the most bearish member of the group regarding year-end price was a senior lecturer from the University of Canberra, Mr. John Hawkins, who predicted $20,000 BTC at the end of the year, and also was of the opinion that official adoption of Bitcoin by countries could actually be detrimental to its price. So perhaps he shares that all too relatable view encapsulated in a quote attributed to Beatles drummer Ringo Starr: "Everything that the government touches turns to," well, you know. So the most bullish member of the panel regarding year-end price was Mr. Martin Frohler, CEO of Morpher, who said he thinks BTC will hit $160,000 before 2022. That's pretty bullish there, Mr. Martin. 54% of the panelists also think hyper-Bitcoinization, the point where Bitcoin overtakes global finance, will occur by the year 2050. So how long could we be hovering here around this $30,000 mark per Bitcoin? Even with the unbridled positivity of the Finder panel, another analyst says there may be a bit more of a wait before things really start to take off again. Analyst provider Ecoinometrics took to Twitter last weekend, comparing the current Bitcoin drawdown with the Bitcoin market correction of 2013. The Hong Kong-based analyst noted in a tweet storm based on a recently published report that it's been about 100 days since the last all-time high. The price bottom sits about 55% below that high, and volatility is on the decline. Ecoinometrics tweeted, "This is one of the longest drawdowns Bitcoin has had to deal with during a post-halving bull market. But 95 days is still only half the duration of the big drawdown of 2013. The volatility is relatively low currently. It is still hovering around the historical average level, and that's why Ecoinometrics thinks it is possible for the trading range to stay pretty tight for longer, as volatility usually heads lower before eventually reversing as price rises." That's a bunch of tea-leaving words there, but I hope someone understood it. A Monterrey, Mexico-based analyst and economist responding to the breakdown, Julio Marino, notes that volatility isn't necessarily a bad thing, but usually increases with price. Extremely low volatility is typically reached before a big price movement as a signal of a price bottom or as a continuation of a trend, Marino wrote in a post on NGU Metrics. Of course, none of this is a prediction or financial advice, but it's interesting to note how Bitcoin has behaved historically. 30K may seem low now, but some OGs can still remember Bitcoin under $100 per coin this time 8 years ago, all the way back in 2013. So keep your chin up, everyone. Things might get better. Who knows? We'll see. Or rather, I guess you should maybe keep your guard up, because now we're moving on to former heavyweight boxing champion Mike Tyson, who's been talking about crypto. Kid Dynamite wants to know which knocks you out, ETH or Bitcoin. Tyson, the legendary boxer, also known as Iron Mike, has been involved with Bitcoin since at least 2015 and just recently stepped into the new world of NFTs, non-fungible tokens used for blockchain-based collectibles and artwork. Tyson remains a relevant and well-loved star today as a speaker, guest on popular podcasts, entrepreneur, and now a crypto influencer and conversation starter. Last weekend, Tyson tweeted to his 5.6 million followers, "Which do you prefer, BTC or ETH?" Of course, the tweet garnered immediate and polarized attention from the crypto world, especially after rapper Busta Rhymes replied to Tyson, saying he spent 30 minutes reading the comment section because he wants to know too. Predictably, hardcore BTC maximalists like Michael Saylor of MicroStrategy were quick on the spot to advise, with Mr. Saylor noting he had spent over 1,000 hours on that question and chose Bitcoin over Ether, considering it the future of digital property. Twitter CEO Jack Dorsey tossed out a link with no comment to a site for Bitcoin beginners, which was kind of strange. Perhaps kind of a weird move considering Tyson has known about Bitcoin for years now. He actually tweeted about Bitcoin ATMs and his now defunct site, Bitcoin.com, all the way back in 2015. So maybe just Jack didn't know. But either way, others like Binance CEO Changpeng Zhao were more diplomatic, saying they like both coins, and alt communities, of course, rallied to see if the boxer would take a swing at their projects. The most notable one was the official Baby Doge account, a new Binance Smart Chain coin that we covered in the show a few weeks ago. They tweeted, "Mike, let's talk, #Baby Doge." Tyson has recently entered the NFT scene, teaming up with NFT studio One of One, getting ready to drop an official Mike Tyson NFT collection in August, available via OpenSea.io. In the meantime, fans have been sending Iron Mike lots of NFTs, and he's been posting his favorites to Twitter. Regarding the upcoming NFT project, Tyson stated, "It's the future, and I chose to partner with 101 to help me navigate through the NFT community with something truly innovative and creative that tells a story about who I am." Noting that he's very excited to be a part of the entire crypto community. So welcome aboard, Mike, or welcome back, whatever it is. And leaning into our final story here, CZ of Binance may be diplomatic about crypto coins, but the way things are going lately, it doesn't seem regulators around the globe feel the same way about his company. Binance has a reputation in the crypto sphere for jumping into markets first and asking questions later. It's kind of a cowboy attitude, which I kind of respect. Regulators don't seem to like this, and it has begun to catch up with the world's leading crypto exchange by volume, with officials in Hong Kong, the UK, Japan, Italy, Thailand, Lithuania, and the Cayman Islands all issuing warnings about Binance in the recent weeks. Financial institutions have joined in on the proverbial wet blanket as well, with major banks Barclays and Santander now blocking customers from transacting with the exchange. Against this backdrop of multiple warnings, the latest drama involves the United States Department of Justice reportedly advising multiple federal agencies, including the IRS and the FBI, to please not send thank you notes to Binance anymore. According to two parties claiming to be familiar with the matter, cited by Bloomberg, the Department of Justice claims that Binance is bound by law to cooperate with investigations anyway. So in other words, thanks for what? Like, Binance has this history of requesting these letters to prove to regulators that they're putting their best foot forward and complying with applicable anti-money laundering rules and regulations and anti-terrorism measures. So as one Binance spokesperson told Bloomberg, "The letters we've received acknowledging our assistance speak for themselves. But those letters, according to reports, have often been requested at the request of Binance. The letters do exist, as Binance has displayed them in the past, but the problem seems to be the company's prodding of officials." California Police Department Detective Robert Gonzalez said Binance sends out a kind of pre-written letter or template, but noted that he had made some changes before signing his copy and sending it back. So Binance is reportedly in the midst of an ongoing probe from the Department of Justice and the IRS, with officials from the company being questioned since May. When news of this so-called probe broke, CEO Changpeng Zhao, or CZ, brushed it off, saying that working with law enforcement to root out bad actors was not a bad thing, and headlines sensationalized what was actually going on. Anyway, back to work, CZ had tweeted back then. So on that note, enough of the regulatory drama. Back to work indeed. So what is the most important for Bitcoin.com is that your crypto assets are working for you. No middlemen and interference from anyone, including governments, regulators, and just people who like to get in the way. It's convenient, it's fast, permissionless, and to help you with that, be sure to check out the new Bitcoin.com wallet companion app, which is available over at app.bitcoin.com. You can track your portfolio, get real-time market data, receive, swap, buy crypto, sell crypto, all from your desktop spacious real estate. Connects to your mobile wallet very easily. If you're looking for places to spend your cryptocurrency, which we always encourage you to do here at Bitcoin.com, swoop into the newly updated Bitcoin.com maps to find businesses near you accepting Bitcoin Cash, Bitcoin, and Ethereum by browsing the interactive map at your leisure. As always, don't forget to like, subscribe, hit the little bell notification there below to get notified on our next video. And as always, have a great week. Thank you again. See you later. Bye-bye.